How about you? So, there are two buttons I have to push. I forgot to push the second one. So I've been talking for about like 2 or 3 minutes on Twitch. But now, hello, YouTube. I'll be back in a minute or 20. Been pretty good, busy, but good. Hey, I feel that. I feel that. I've been mostly the same. Also, hello everyone. Hey, Howden, OMS, good to see you, and Melon. How are y'all doing? It's been a minute. Kind of what username was saying. I've been good, but busy. So that's why I've kind of been missing. Oh, is the music too loud? Hold on. Looking at my sound bar, I haven't changed these settings in a while. Hey, Kevin, you too. Good to see. Man, I should stop streaming more often because then everybody shows up for the next one. But let's see. There was a wedding I got invited to that was 3 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago was the 4th of July. There was a bunch of stuff I was invited to. And then last week I had family come up. Man, summertime, the sun doesn't go down until 10 p.m. Please stop streaming more often. Thank you. You've been doing good, got a decent amount of progress done on your game. Hey, at least that makes one of us. that makes one of us. Before I leave, the music, you like the music? It's Lo-Fi Girls Summer Playlist. We're still in summer. Summer's almost over though, by the way. So I know like technically it goes until like what, the end of August or September, but in this household, Halloween and fall begins in August. So get the last of your summer I don't know, activities. Get them out and get them done. Right time and place. That's really early for Halloween. Oh, you weren't here last year. You're new. You're new. Yeah, we start Halloween in August. Yeah. Because unlike Christmas, there's no big holiday to stop the spread of Halloween. Like, you go into a Costco now, boom, in your face. Halloween stuff for you to buy. As it should be. Today I'm going to be fixing this keypad. I've been working on this for a friend that I did a game jam with, and I've been slacking on it. This is the last thing I streamed. I definitely got a little bit further. The keypad works. It has like button and UI effects. So let me, I forgot what the password was to it. It's just over here. 3465. So it works. There's just some bugs that we're gonna clean up a little bit. So like, if I exit the keypad by walking away, the mouse usually sticks unless I have to click. Okay, yeah, there it goes. So if you enter in this view, you click on the screen, and then you exit the menu, the mouse control doesn't work until you click on the screen again. The other thing, the buttons stick if you click another button before the animation ends. But I guess I should explain what the, oh yeah, I didn't make this. All the cool looking things, again, this is not my project. I'm doing a lot of the back-end code work. Which I'll say, it is nice not having to be in charge of game design for a project or so. I just kind of, people are like, hey, can you do this one thing? I'm like, yeah, sure. Can you please show us the other super duper secret game you're working on? It doesn't even have an Unreal Engine project yet. Does it? It's probably going to reuse the Return on This Day project, and then just going to be in a different level. But there isn't a lot of progress on that that's worth showing. There's one really cool thing that's like mostly done, but it's really cool, but also a very small part of it. And it's also not worth showing off until it's done. Oh, thanks for the Prime sub. Please make more anime games. Like a dating... Yeah, I'm gonna make just a bunch of slice of lives. for sure. We're gonna reuse the old high school map from last Halloween and just convert it. So let's talk functionally what this keypad does. Because there are edge cases you have to consider. So like, what happens when the player inputs more than 4 numbers? What happens if they input the wrong code? What happens if they hit this backspace button and they've already hit the maximum, or they've already removed the maximum? So we'll start with that first one. When they input more than the number allowed, it just flashes feedback to the player that like 4 is the maximum. Red lets you remove numbers, and then green lets you submit. That's the same sound effect. These are public domain sound effects. I told the lead designer, like, hey, I just threw some public domain stuff in here. If you want to replace it with like something else, let me know. The font is also public domain. It's just like an alarm clock font. So what was the password? It was 3865? It was not 3865. Oh, it's behind the door also. Need to get back into game dev. Been mostly slowly progressing in art. And you know what? As long as you're progressing, that's something. 3465. That's something I've been struggling with these past few weeks. Is I've been putting a lot more hours into work, like daytime work, and then I'm tired when I get home. So I was like, you know what? I've gotten enough of the new routine down to the point where, you know, towards the evening, even though I go to bed sooner than I used to, which is kind of why this is a 6 p.m. start time now. That's likely going to continue to be the case, just because everything in my life has shifted earlier an hour. We need a routed gaming sim now, or dating sim. 3465. So that opens the door. I think ideally we should have it boot the player out of the menu when the door opens. I don't know if anyone has feedback on that, or if it just looks cool having it open while you're still in the menu. Let's do that again. 3465. It is like, it's kind of neat seeing it open in the background, but it also might make more sense just to have it open there. So when I left off, it wasn't complete, so I'll show off what's changed since then. So when it comes to the buttons, I think we went over this last time, but just in case I didn't. The buttons themselves were, I needed them to be all 0 position, but this is not 0, 0, 0 when it comes to the object itself. So what I did is I put an arrow, which is kind of just like an empty object, and then I set the arrow size to 0. I put the arrow where the button needed to go, and then made it a child, or made the button a child of the arrow at 0, 0, 0. So that way when I do this math here, if you go to this, that plays the animation of the button going down. When we set relative location, it's just going down to about -0.5 on the X and the Z, which just kind of gives it to like go down a bit and then come back up smooth because of this, not gradient. Is it gradient? This little curvature on the timeline. Thinks it looks cool and the keypad stays open. Did you hear they want to get rid of visual scripting in UE6? I didn't. Is that confirmed? Or is that kind of a rumor? Welcome back, username. I feel like visual scripting is what sets apart Unreal Engine from like Unity, but I also don't know what drawbacks it has. Like maybe removing visual scripting is going to open the door to like so many new features that they can add. Because essentially they have to, like, anytime they roll an update out, I would imagine they have to make sure that both the code implementation of it works and the visual implementation of it works. So it's almost like two different configurations they have to support. This is a friend's game, but it's a horror game, I think. Yes, there's an enemy they're gonna add to it. It was a game jam game that I wasn't a part of, but then they'd asked for some help because they wanted to port it into Unreal Engine and then do some extra work on it. I don't know if they have, if there's like a YouTube channel or something. I'll try to find that. It was announced in Unreal Fest or something. Fact check time. Will Unreal Engine 6 have visual scripting? Okay. AI overview, so grain of salt. Unreal Engine 6 will not have traditional visual scripting. Epic Games is replacing the current node-based system with Verse, a new text-based programming language. I don't like that. While initial versions of UE6 will still support the current visual scripting, these nodes will be phased out and retired over time. Verse? I imagine it's AI. It's like you type in with English words what you want, and then it makes the code for you. No, yeah, I agree. I think UE5 is still going to be popular, and I think UE4 is still popular. Like, the engines do what they need to. In Unreal Engine Fortnite, they already have Verse. Oh, have you used it? Do you know what it's like? Yeah, weird and gross. I mean, I think AI has its place in some places. Like, it can definitely be a helpful tool. I mean, we've used it on stream if it's like, hey, what function call is better to use here? Or like, what is the library call that exists and the documentation isn't good enough to actually be helpful? Things like that, I think it's useful. But like, I think it's going to open the door to a lot of slop. So, when you press this button, I think the end of last stream, we got the button presses to work. It was like click events or something. It is literally the last video on the channel, so you can just go back and check. Like, at the very end of the video, I fixed it. So when you push on a button, and each of these come from this. So if you click on a static mesh and you go all the way down, there's on component clicked or just on clicked. And when you have, I think these collision settings are also important. And it looks like I closed the other thing where I set the click events. But click events needs to be set. I think that was the issue. It calls this button press, which just plays the animation. So this is where the issue is happening. And then this just adds the number of the text to the widget. Let's go ahead and make some more room here to take a peek. So there's a... so this is empty right now. This object just exists so it can be referenced later during gameplay execution. But then... Wait, is that true? As I clicked it, it looked like it was empty. Cast to... Oh, let's see, get references. Because it's empty right now. Oh, wait, where's my, Uh-oh. Okay, it stopped responding for a moment. By name. I see a lot of get widget, not a lot of set widget. Who is setting it? Someone somewhere is setting it to just like this this like blank PNG that I have a text box on, and we add numbers to it when you push it. So this just gets the widget, it gets the text box from the widget, and then it adds the text to it. I don't know. Oh, the 4 is to see if it's exceeded the character limit. If it did, then it plays this wrong code function. We'll check that out in a second. Otherwise, it appends the button value to the string. It then sets it, and then it plays the sound, which is the beep. It also randomizes its pitch so that it sounds slightly different each time you push the button. If we take a look at the wrong code, this just flashes the text on the screen, and then it plays the beeping sound when it does it. And then these are the remove and enter buttons, so the green and red. Issue where you need to click the screen after. Okay, we know that already. This is green, so this one checks with my progress tracker, which is based on enums. And then here in the game instance, I have progress check, so anything later on can check these global values, and this persists across levels. So if this level gets unloaded and loaded back in, or we load into a new level, anything that I write that's in this list here, so if I say correct code entered is true, if they enter this level again, then that door will still be open. Which is checked here with progress check. So we got the game instance, cast it to our custom game instance, and then check to see if progress was made. That says document found. Oh, that's the sliding door. That's right. This is the password door. So this progress check is code entered correctly. And then we set that progress right here. The same thing, get the game instance, cast it to our specific game instance object, and then we say code entered correctly, yes. I haven't even adjusted UE 5.6 yet. Yeah, I'm still on UE 3 for the most part. This UI is confusing to me. They're using, I think, UE 5.6. I did watch Digital Circus finale. I thought it was good. I don't think it needed to be the most extravagant, amazing thing ever. I think the show exploded way beyond the audience it was just meant to reach. So I think it is just a fun little internet show. I think there are a lot of people trying to get more out of it than there needs to be. Haven't seen Obsession yet. I did see Backrooms, but I think we talked about that. Yeah, I loved the Backrooms movie. I loved it. Probably Kinger, Melon. Bit biased, though. Okay, let me open up my Discord so now that we've kind of explained how this works. He had listed out some issues that he had found. So the keys stay pressed. Minor visual cleanup to do with the lights and some button fixes. Okay, yeah. So we want lights on the actual, because it's like, we go back here. So this will blink when it's blink green when it's success. This will blink red on failure, or if you hit the maximum number. And then I think these two will just stay lit the entire time. Depending on how much progress we make, maybe they unlight as they're being pressed. I haven't seen it. I missed it in theaters. Ooh, the theater experience was fun, mostly just because I like theaters. There wasn't much of like audience reactions from the people I was with. let's see. I'm curious to see what they used for their texture sample. And if I can just set this as a missive. I forgot how to make a missive. Textures. What did I do? Oh, I minimized it. Is it just default lit? And then you just... Oh, wait. What is he doing here? Oh, base color, base color. Boom. Oh, you guys weren't able to see that. Do I have to compile? We'll add a light. Point light. Too much green. Or, I guess, not. Whoa. Not too much green, not enough green. But too bright. Let's do. 10? And let's turn shadows off. Might need to drop this down a little bit more. Because it's a dark room. I'm gonna pop this over on another screen as I modify the values. That way we can still see. Actually, I'll use this screen. That way I'm not covering chat. And this one too. Okay. I might need to make this like a darker green. And I might need to change the emissive color. Multiply. I like going up 0.5. It also might look better once the red is in there too. Let's see. How does it look if this is hidden? Like if we were to simulate the light turning off when the button is pushed. Where is the light? There it is. Can I not hide it in this menu? Okay, let's do this instead. Pretty sure there's a visibility button. I think that would be tough. Because like the light we can easily turn off, but the changing the material from emissive to non-emissive a little bit more challenging. Just make the material light up. There's like use emissive for lighting. I just don't remember how to do that. I think it does that already. I think the issue is you have less control over it though. So let's go ahead and we'll try it. We'll try. I think it also only works on like certain engine scalability settings, which I have like all of them turned super low. So let's hope bumping this up doesn't hurt me. I still think it looks better with the actual light on it. Whoops, that's the wrong thing. Let's try it with the red now, and we'll see. What do you think? Oops. Don't worry about that. Okay. These up here might be a bit more challenging because I think that's just part, like that's all one object. So I might have to just cheat a little bit when it comes to this one. Oh, wait. So, okay. Partial. It is all one static mesh, but it is different materials. Which means, if this is the green light, we can likewise... The difficult thing is that we can't tell it to not cast shadows. Oh, look at that. So I think these don't need the light on top of them. I think the shininess enough works to its favor. The issue is that this is a material, which is a lot more difficult to set up in an event graph. Let me see if maybe there are like material functions you can use. So I'm gonna quickly, let's Google to see if there's an easy way to turn off the emissiveness of a material. There's the cheating way, which is to just like make 3 separate static meshes and just hide them at the right times. But I'd rather not do that. The scalar parameter, then change that parameter in the event graph. Scalar parameter. Okay. I didn't know you could do this. How do you spell emissive? Oh, it's on the screen. Duh. Boom. Default is 0.5. If this works well, and we do this quick enough, we can do it for the button pushes too. That way, when you push the button, the lights turn off. I think that would be a nice touch. Six looks like a B on the keypad. It might just be the stream resolution. I think context clues also, like, if you have 7, 8, 9, 4, 5, and then 3, even if this did look like a B, I think the context clues would be like, okay, well that's meant to be a 6. Like when you press it. Oh, the digital output? Well, let's see. That might be the alarm clock font. Whoops. That just happens sometimes. It's all good. Yeah, that's just the font. That's, okay, I chose 9 because that's also a number that has a line up at the top, okay? The 6 is a bit weird, I agree with you on that one, but I didn't make the font, so don't blame me. Yeah, I was gonna say, most alarm clocks usually don't show it like that. Okay, so how do I get this? Create a dynamic... Oh man, this is already a headache. You have to create a dynamic material instance. Promote return variable to variable. Dynamic material. Set scalar parameter value. Okay, let's, I guess, one step at a time, I suppose. Just make 2 materials and change them. I think you might be cooking. The issue is the way that he made this object is so bizarre because it's not just a static mesh. It's a... What is this? It is a static mesh actor underscore UAID underscore 345A60. You get the idea. So for me to get to the material to begin with, I don't know what's going on. I'll be honest, guys. I don't know what's happening in this menu here. Material? Can I? Sure. Okay, no, that didn't do anything. Let's see what options do I have with this guy. Get mesh. Nope. Get child actor component, get actor template, get static mesh actor, get static mesh component, get static mesh, get material, get child component. This isn't going to be tedious. What is this? Why did it give me 2? I don't need whatever you are. Wait. Is this the right guy? Number ends in 10. Yes. Okay, we got the child component. Now we want to get the actor template. Get child actor. Nope. Get actor template? Nope. How about static mesh? Can I get static mesh now? Get static mesh. I don't know why anyone... I have a feeling that, like, he made this model, so obviously he's a skilled modeler. But when importing it, he probably wanted, like, all of these individual pieces to be together, because if we look at it in the Explorer, it's, like, all split up. I couldn't even tell you where here's the rest of it. And so he just wanted it all to be one object. Now, if I try to split it up myself, I don't know what the positions are. And so if I like try to piece them together in the right way, they're going to be off slightly, and that bugs me. So let's ask the internet. How do I split this thing up? Oh man, it's getting hot in my room. That mesh is nested inside a child actor component, which itself spawned a generic static mesh actor. So you need to work down that hierarchy before accessing the material. So get child actor. I think we did that. Nope. Get child actor. Okay. Cast to static mesh actor. Get static mesh component. do. Get dynamic material instance. Can I just do set material? Wait. Oh, element index. Yeah, I think you're right. I think the correct way to do this is with like doing the dynamic material instance. But I can just swap it. I can just make a clone of it and then just have a flip-flop. Hey, Raph, good to see you, man. Long time no see. All right, I'll spend, let's see, we're in 45 minutes in. I'll give it 7 minutes of us trying to figure out the dynamic material instance. Create dynamic material. Get static mesh component. Dynamic material instance. Oh, this looks right. Okay, what element is it? Where did it go? Here it is. Oh, is it 0 indexed? Shoot. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Element 4. Source material. Oof. I think you're asking too much of me. Target. Save the return value. What do I set as the source material? Oh, an easier long-term fix. This import is unnecessarily awkward. Well, we've already come this far. Leave source material empty. When source material is blank, create dynamic material instance uses whatever material is already assigned to the mesh at the specified element index. Oh, that's handy. Save the return value as something. Okay, wait. Can I promote this to? Yeah, there it is. Look at that. Green LED. Does anybody know what the coding standard is? Like, if you're doing camel case and you have an acronym, do you camel case the acronym? And then from here, we could probably do set emissive. No. Set scalar parameter value. Parameter name. Emissive. Let's see if I can remember how to spell that as I jump over to this screen. E-M-I-S-S-I-V-E. Set it to default it to 0. And then 0.5. Move this down to success. Does this beep or does it? It pushes it. Okay, I didn't know if it flashed like the other one does. All right, place bets. Do you think this is gonna work? First try. You despise camel case. I would like it a lot more if the first letter was capitalized. Random thing, but I love going back to look at the old version of your game and just laughing. Oh yeah, like over time, it's fun going back and seeing how much you've progressed. I love doing that. That's Pascal case. Well, someone needs to get Pascal and give him a raise. It would be funny if it did. Oh shoot, what was the code? Pop quiz. Y'all are too slow. Oh, look at that! Oh, I'm such a genius. Okay. Now we just have to do it for red. Most variables are snake case. Ooh, I don't know. I feel like underscores add up over time. Where is my object? Padlo. So now we want element 5, but we're gonna do pretty much the same thing. Six and a half nothing burgers on it won't work. Well, I guess you owe me 6.5 nothing burgers. Cause I done did it. Alright, so check this out. Oh, you know what? The smart way to do this is I don't need to do this every time, right? I just need to do this at begin play. Like, that's kind of the whole purpose of making the materials for it. And then I could just copy paste this. Change this back to a 4. and do that. Then down here, I could get rid of this, move this closer, and then just get the reference that we made. And then same thing here. Reach. Okay. I miss Unreal Spaghetti. I've been maining Godot. Apparently Epic wants... Yeah, we were talking about Epic killing Blueprints not too long ago. It's an interesting decision. Unreal Engine 5 will always exist. So we shall not forget about that. What is the first one that plays? Flip-flop A. So A should turn it on, B should turn it off. Okay. Bets that this works. That really ruined my day that Epic wanted to remove visual coding. Yeah, that's... Not a huge fan of that. But we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. Okay. So, I don't like that it alternates between the green and the red. Is that just me? I think it would be more impactful if they lit up at the same time. But then I'll have to add another one after it's done, just to set it back off. Which isn't like the end of the world, I guess. Oh, but now we've run out of space. Oh, no. See, this is why coding is like so clean. I just don't like coding all that much with Unreal Engine. Unless it's like, I know it's something I'm going to be using a lot and have to maintain. Because maintainability is much better, at least from my experience with code, than blueprints. But man, it's just so easy to quickly get something like prototyped with blueprints. The sound is a bit too polite. Well, lucky for me, I don't have to pick the sounds. If they want to change it, they just give me the file and I can swap it for them. It doesn't beep the last time. Did I do that? I wanted to beep more. I want it to blink one more time. I don't know where it should go. Because this last time... If this is the one playing the sound, why isn't it turning green? Oh, it's instantly turning off. I would need like a delay. Maybe by like 0.5. A whole bunch, Raf. C, C++, Python, bit of Java, C Sharp. Depends on what I'm making. How do we feel about that? Bye, Hoden. Thank you for dropping by. I'll catch you later. Alright, well, let's fix the actually, let's have it so that when you push the button, it stops glowing too, because I like that idea. So same thought process. We're gonna make a scalar parameter. Man, we're making good progress today. Like, we've gotten 3 things done. Alright, maybe 2. But it's only been an hour. Usually we only get like half a thing done in 3. So if you think about it, we're kind of cooking. And it's all thanks to you. Loyal viewer. Insert name here. How are we looking on YouTube, by the way? I have it minimized, so I don't know if it's still 6 people. Oh, we've detected audio in your stream belonging to someone else. That's new. Well, yeah, it's Lo-Fi Girl, like. Weird. A ghost is in my stream. Let me finish reading. I just found out you could have multiple floating windows in Blender. Oh. That's kind of handy. I don't know if I use that many windows in Blender, though. You can't edit your chats. You gotta commit. You gotta commit to what you're about to say. No backing down. Can I just go straight to this? I can. Green, button glow. You'll never guess. Red button glow. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if this is gonna work, cause like of how timelines work, but I suppose we're about to find out. We also want to rename this to green light, and then U to red light. Have a good night, Raph. Thank you for dropping by. We're gonna set the green light to invisible. Is there a toggle visibility? Oh, there it is. Make a little bit more room for us. Paste this back here. Okay. It doesn't turn back on. This one just doesn't turn off. It toggles it like that? Okay, I think I know what's happening. Them acting differently clued me in. It only gets here when it's successful. So technically this would need to go down before the split, But because of the way that I think timelines work, this doesn't return anything. So this happens, but the rest of it keeps going. If I copy and paste a timeline, does it make a new timeline? It does. This also, it's not the best fix, but it also might be how we end up fixing these button pushes. Which would mean we want to move all of this back even more. Make room for the timeline. And then on finished, it proceeds. Well, on finished, turns this back on. Sanity check. So not what we want to do, because it's too slow. You we do want to keep at the end. Definitely getting a bit messy, but this should work. So I guess first question is, how do we feel about the light turning off when you push the button? We can also have it so it doesn't immediately turn off. Maybe like it turns off as it gets closer to the bottom of this. Here, we can try that out right now. But for everyone who's stuck around thus far, it feels nice. Okay, so we some good feedback then. We'll add a new. We'll make it so that happens at the peak, which is 0.25. The value here doesn't really matter too much when it comes to the Oh. No, we don't want to do this. We want to add a new event. When it comes to the event track, I don't think the value matters too much, but the time does. Because I don't know if you can actually pull the value out of the, that. How do I rename this? Link. So we want to disconnect, set you to the side for a moment, pull you out here, play from start. We'll have you toggle visibility when it's done. We'll have you go dark at the beginning. I also realized we're not turning on the light. No, we're turning the light on, but we're not turning... This is what I'm missing. That's also probably why I felt a little weird to me. We were missing this. We also, because these are so close to each other, we don't need to duplicate these. And then that should be good. Won the spaghetti. Yeah. This is just like a one-time actor, and it's like, well, I could make it nice, or I could make it work and get it done quickly. I feel like it needs to turn off sooner. Uh, 0.15? But Scotty, fresh set of eyes. How, when we're pushing either the red or the green button, do you think it looks better if the light on it doesn't change, it's just lit up the whole time? Or does it look better when it blinks as you push it down? The button press animation's too slow. That's good feedback. That's an easy fix. Let's see a 0.3, and we'll move this to a 0.15. Max time on this is 0.3. Also jump this down to like a 0.1. That one has a different time. Too fast? Should it not be uniform going down and up like it is now? Should it be like slower going back up? I thought I was be able to like click and drag this out. Oh, the solution isn't the curve. The solution is the total length of time. So if total length is, let's do point, let's try a small increment. Let's do 0.35. End time on this is the 0.35. Let's do 0.4. We'll try a bigger jump first. And then we can decrease if need be. You have the code for future systems now, but you're hitting perfectionist territory. Yeah, true. Although, in my defense, we got a lot done a lot quicker than I was thinking I would. Ooh, I like that. The down should be linear. Good advice. That's linear. Faster than it is now, you think? You mean the coming back up? Oh, there you go. You give me times. Down at 0.08, up until 0.25. Let's try that. 0.08. And you're saying down, so not this one. Let's fix this. Auto. You're saying this should be linear. I think I got it backwards that first time. Like that. Clicking down linear, going up curve. Yeah, okay. Definitely an improvement from what we had a moment ago. Hey, buddy. Good to see you. I've been okay. Oh, where have I been? I've been around. I kind of feel like the button going back up is a bit fast. Is that just me? Up can be slower. Okay. I'm not going insane. We'll bump this back up to 0.3. I feel like that's good. Anything new and exciting in the game world? Not on my end. I didn't really get all that much done. It's missing a click sound. These ones have a beep sound. But yeah, you're right. Okay. Yeah. That's what I was gonna do next. The question that I have, because I was, again, this is like a single-use, usable prototype. Not really a prototype, they're gonna use it. But it's only being used once. That's why I'm a little bit more okay being sloppy. I was using a function and a single timeline for all of the buttons, except now for this just last one, because I needed some events to it to change the lighting. But the issue with that is that if I push another button before the timeline finishes, it cancels the previous timeline, and the buttons stick. Like, if I click on the button again, it fixes itself if I let it play all the way through. But obviously I don't want it to be doing this at all. So, my quick solution, well, no, my dumb solution was going to be just to copy this timeline a whole bunch, and then just have 9 of them, one for each button. Unless there's a way, like, if I use a macro, will it let it finish the execution? No, I appreciate the opinion. I mean, that's why I go live, because a lot of the times I get tunnel visioned, and I don't often look at things from an unbiased perspective. The button itself should be an actor that has the timeline. Oh, it's child actors can have a different mesh. So you only have to tweak one animation. That's smart. That is smart. I would have to kind of restructure this a little bit. I'm trying to think, in my mind, is it worth doing that? Because if I have to go back and fix and like tweak the timeline, if I've got 11 of them, that's definitely a pain. The button actor can be via event dispatcher, send the info if it's being pressed. Well, if it's a child actor and it has the static mesh, it would still, like, the mesh event would still trigger on the child actor, right? So I wouldn't even need to do that. I could just have the on-clicked on the child actor implemented just the same way I have it done here. Although I would have to find a way to propagate the number value upward so that the parent knows what number button was pushed. So if I did do child actor, would the click event register as part of the child actor or part of the parent actor? Yeah, that's what I've got here. Well, I'm using a string. And the reason I'm using string, no particular reason. It just happens to be because I'm comparing it to the widget number, which I already was adding and using in the first place. So rather than making a new integer that holds the current button, I'm just reading from the widget, the string directly. So that part is fine, I think, because we definitely, like, the widget is only going to be one widget. It's always going to have the global quote-unquote number. I'm curious if, oh. Okay. If I pass the widget to the children, or if the children can see the widget, then they can just add the number to it themselves. Are you gonna be live next Monday? Probably not, no. For now, it might just be Wednesdays. We'll see. I appreciate you guys missing me so much. Many ways to roam, no faulty, not faulty if it works right. Yeah. I'm just trying to think, like, is it worth putting the time in, because I do like building things in a way that's scalable, but only if I'm going to be reusing them. I've been working in Unreal for a little while, since my last project I'd begun in like 2024, but probably since like, I want to say maybe 2020, realistically probably like 2022. So I've been at it for a while, just not super consistently. Let's see. Maybe Google knows if there's an easy way to like... What is my current setup here? Still can't draw feet, but at least I can barely draw convincing hands. I've been modeling a person, and hands are horrendous. Feet, I just shoes. No point in making feet. I don't need feet. Well, then it's worth learning for... It is worth for learning purpose. Imagine an array of integers. Each press adds an integer of the number being pressed. One widget just reads that array. Yeah, I mean, I get it from that perspective. Although, if it exceeds 4, rather than it resetting the array, I'm just having it... Because at the end of the day, I do have an array, but it's an array of characters. You know, it's the string. Because the data type in this particular instance doesn't really matter all that much. And especially because the data type I need it to be, for it to show up on the widget, is a string. I may as well just continue to use that. At least so is my thinking. It's no. So this isn't my game. It's a friend who I did some game stuff with a while ago, and this was another game jam that he had done, and he wants to turn it into a bigger game, and so he asked me to help with some of the back end implementation of stuff. I do have a bigger game that I'm working on. I have a couple, actually. One of them is bigger than the other, and the intention is to drop those on Steam. And so that's usually what I'm working on, but I've been slacking on helping him for a while now, and so I wanted to at least make some progress on this. But this game is, it's called The Moon Wound. So, I don't know if the name is on here anyway. Wound as in W-O-U-N-D, and moon as in the big rock in space. I don't know too much about the story. It is a horror game. And that's, like, kind of the extent of what I know. I just kind of got a list of expected behavior and current behavior, and I'm bridging the gap between those two. I don't even know if there's a YouTube video about it yet. I might have to look that up. You have a problem with putting boots on all your characters when you're not using a reference. What's my opinion on the whole LARP tuber thing? I'm not too deep in the LARP rabbit hole. Like, I watched like 5 seconds of the LARPiplier, but there's a LARP channel of Living Tombstone that's like unironically good for like meme songs. LARP tuber is like, as a meme, someone pretends to be another YouTuber, but it's not like malicious or genuine in any way. It's like it's parroting other big creators, which I think is funny. I mean, I think it's fun. I think there are some, like, I saw like a minute or two about Moist talking about the Technoblade LARP tuber. That seemed weird, but again, I don't know the full context of anything. All right, let me finish reading my Googles. Internet also does say to make a keypad button actor. Oh, someone suggested a simpler alternative. Play a do once. Place a do one. I think he meant to say place. But then, yeah, it ignores every other button until the push is done. Actually, how fast is the button push now? Is that feasible? I feel like it would be kind of... Can you show some gameplay? Yeah. So obviously it's not going to have the Hawaiian music in the background. And it's still pretty early on from what I recall. Oh, there's supposed to be a UI for objective. Oh, there it is. Find the document. And so they had a whole bunch of lore documents created. I don't know if his body was supposed to disappear. And then, like, from that wall, you get the code. Well, like, supposedly there's multiple endings. Like, if you do the code, that's the right one. I'm not the best representative for this game. I'll be honest. The LARPing Tombstone songs kind of go hard. Yeah, the Backrooms is good. And the thick of it. Yeah, looping the rooms. It was so well done. Wrong code initiates self-destruct. Wrong code deletes system 32 of your host machine. Okay. I think... you might be onto something with making these individual actors. Okay. What time are we at? Hour 40 minutes. Let's see if we can speed run this. Browse to asset. BP keypad key. Can I copy paste timelines? Let me do that. It does. I don't need... proceed might be nice, actually. I don't need blink. I also want to get a reference to the parent widget. I forget, though, how I'm assigning the widget class. Am I doing it... I'm not doing it in the constructor, am I? No. Widget. Okay, I am doing it from here. Then what I can do is, this is gonna not be the smartest way of doing this, but it should still work. So button press, let's do this. Then boom, boom. The keypad doesn't need the widget. Well, if we want to add to the character array of numbers, because otherwise the parent would need to know what button was pushed, and I don't know if it would be able to do that from the on-clicked static mesh from a child actor, does it? What were you thinking? The keypad actor later has the widget, and all the... Hold on. The keypad actor later has the widget, and all of the key child actors. Then how would the parent know what button got pushed? The key actor just presses the animation and an event dispatcher that gives away the integer of the number. Okay. Event dispatcher, gap in my knowledge. So does that some way communicate with the keypad actor? I'm going to bed. Excited you're back. Thanks for streaming. Thank you, Melon. Have a good night. Catch you later. LARPing Tombstone is just living Tombstone on an alt. On the bottom left, click the plus at the event dispatcher. Oh, this is entirely new to me. Oh man. All right. We would probably want to keep track of the type of number we are, though, right? Now create a new actor. Oh, whoops, hold on. Self? You mean from the parent? And then wait. I was thinking like this, right? And then we set this child actor class to keypad key. Okay. Let me finish this. The one, it would need to know what its number value is. And just for consistency, I know integer's probably the correct way to do this. I'm just gonna keep using string because that's what I've already implemented. Okay, what does the event dispatcher do? Now you can cast the child actor key and bind event to button press. All right, let's see if I have enough context to figure out what you've just said. First this like that. Cast the child actor. I know this is also just in the void, but I'm just S2 BP keypad key. Bind event to button press. Oh. Okay. Let me give myself some room here to operate. I think I see. Okay, that's good to know. That is magic trick. Okay. Let me ignore all of this. Give me a moment. I'm gonna give myself a little bit of room to operate. Boop. Okay. Button press. Oh wait, I can just hijack the old button press thing. I don't need these. It does not work like that. Okay, well, guess we're not using that one. I don't know why. I'm sure it's like the most obvious thing in the world, but not to me. Your key actor has to call that dispatcher. I see. I also need to pass the... Okay, I figured that as much. I don't assume it's as simple as... Oh! Now, I'm assuming I can't pass a number. The dispatcher can have inputs. Where? How do I do that? On the top right, click the plus. Ooh. They don't have the same signature. One. Oh, that was why. Okay, yeah, that's a good point. Also, hi, Cludos. Don't really even need all of those. Yeah, the button press one. Yeah, I realize that now. Well, I realize that now because you told me. Okay. I know there's still some cleanup to do, but... How do I set these to their respective meshes? Why did he name this key 9_8 if it's the 1 key? For those of you who may be joining just now, I'm doing all like the back-end encoding part. The people who made all the models and whatnot, that's a different person. Thank you, Scotty. I appreciate it. You have a good night. Oh, and thanks for the follow. I just noticed that. Hopefully I get to see you around. If not, hope you enjoyed your stay for as long as you were here. Okay. I think I can figure this out. I'm a computer scientist. I am a computer scientist. I'm an engineer. I'm a game developer. If I just keep saying these things on loop, the answers, they will come. So I'm gonna just take you. Yep, this seems right. This seems right. Get child actor. Set mesh. Set step. Cast to, oh, no one's, oh. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, this would be on begin play, wouldn't it? Well, that's awkward because it's far. Oh man, the spaghetti it builds. I'm a billionaire doesn't work. Ooh. I don't think you've said it enough, maybe. I think that's it. Okay, now we're gonna cast. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. It's all coming together. Alright, now set. There it is. Key underscore 9_6. No, was it 8? It was underscore 8 is key 1. So now, if I hide. Oh. Stream has been temporarily blocked. This is on YouTube side, by the way. Because we've noticed music that doesn't belong to you. I didn't know they're doing that now, so we're just going to, I don't know, play some white noise. What music do I have that's not going to kill me? I don't know. Stream died on YouTube. Head on over to Twitch. That's new. Usually Lo-Fi Girl doesn't have issues with that. What else can I put on that's like royalty free? Hold on, let me try just like the live version. Maybe that's fine. Maybe just like the playlists weren't. Maybe this will be fine. Anyway. Oh, it's in use. How do I just hide this? Okay, so right. This button press is gone. Okay, there it is. Nice. I totally forgot where I left off. The whole YouTube thing killed my flow. Okay, we're setting the buttons. Oh, YouTube is back. Alright, sweet. I wonder if it's gonna, like, nuke the VOD. I mean, it's not that big a deal. Okay. If I copy-paste child actors, does that work? That kind of, I don't know, that didn't behave the way I wanted it to. We'll just not do that. There's only 11, so it's not a huge deal. Oh, Minecraft music. That's a good call. I forget about video game music being copyright free usually. These two can probably stay here. Since they have custom behavior anyway. Don't know if we're gonna finish this tonight. The bug fix anyway. Because this restructure. Oh, I already have one here? I think it's getting late and my brain is shutting off. Like, I missed all of these? Okay, let me name these correctly. We'll start from the top. Child actor. No. Alright, who's got child actor 9? You're child actor 10. You are child actor 9. Child actor 8. Who has 8? Okay, 7 has 7. We got 1. 6. 5. Alright, who's got 5? 3. Alright, someone's got 3 already. You've got 3. Okay. Wait. Wait. Who are you? Who's Arrow? Where is Arrow? Oh, oh, it's button 0. Okay, that's child actor 1. Zero, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. And we'll just leave it there so that when I come in next time, I'll see this kind of hanging here and I'll know where to pick up from. I am going to get some sleep. Hopefully the YouTube stream doesn't get, like, demolished, but oh well, if it does, it's not that big a deal. That's just how these things go. Alright. Thank you all for dropping by. I don't know when I'll be live next. I don't know what I'll be working on when I be live next. All likelihood might be in a week from now. So if y'all want to tune in, the 6 p.m. time is probably going to stay, and it will probably still be Wednesdays. So just be aware of that. Good to see you all tonight. Good to talk to all of you, even though some of you dipped out, or most of you dipped out already. If any of you are watching the VOD, it's good seeing everyone again. And good to actually do some, like, personal work again, rather than, like, work or just, like, you know, be out and about. It's good to finally make progress and stuff that I've been wanting to work on. Anyway, thank you again. I will see you all in probably about a week. So have a good night.